Hi everyone, it's Emily. I know I haven't put up a video in a while, so I asked recently on my Instagram if you guys only wanted to see Wes related videos or if you want to see more about me, and I think it was like over 80% of you wanted to see more about me and my life, and I'm at like 3,500 subscribers now, and that's a very large platform of people that are watching my videos. And I've been thinking about it, and like my mom actually brought it up to me. She said she was very proud of me because she believes that with such a platform, like, I can really help people, and she thinks I already have. And yeah, I guess I want to use this platform for good. And now that I'm relatively stable and doing okay, I want to help people who are not doing so well and are in a more darker space. Come here, Poopy. Go over there, get it. And basically I want to be there for people when I needed someone to be there for me. And I want to speak about like the reality of having different types of chronic illnesses and just all around health struggles. So this is gonna be this video is gonna be my story, and it's gonna be pretty personal. I mean, I'm not gonna get too personal because still it's the internet. I hope that if people can relate, they can kind of still feel hope. So yeah, Wes says hi. Oh, also we're home right now for Thanksgiving break. Oh, thank you. Okay, so my story. It's just gonna be kind of a general overview because I'm not that comfortable sharing like specifics. I'm just gonna preface all this with I live on Long Island, like that's where I grew up, and while the town I grew up in and like currently still live in when I'm home, it's a good town, like it's a nice town. It's very small and it's very conservative in the way that it views like mental health specifically and like any kind of chronic illness, in that illnesses are always something that you get better from and you have to work to act like everyone else does while you're sick. Like you have to hide the fact that you're sick, and that you have to hide the fact that you don't like process things or see things as everyone else does. And I've only recently come to terms with that. So my parents say that they noticed that I was a little different when I was really young, specifically like when my mother was giving birth to my younger sister and I was 3 at the time. So yeah, and I was basically in and out of psychologist offices from when I was like 3 or 4. I mean, up until now, but I didn't know that like who they were or really like why I was going. Like I had sleep issues, I had phobias, and I had different anxieties that I didn't know were anxieties, but that's why I was seeing someone so young. And my school life wasn't great. I don't want to talk to you specifically about that, but For me, it was pretty traumatic starting in like elementary school all the way through high school, and that's one of the reasons that I graduated early from high school. So I did high school in 3 years. Like, I technically skipped my junior year. And whenever people hear that, they think I did it because I was like some kid genius, and I wasn't. I mean, like, realistically, I was top of my class, and like, I do go to a very good college, but that's just like, that was my identity, and I really didn't have much else to do besides work, and I, for one, enjoy learning. So I would say, for me, I say that 9th grade was like my low point. 9th grade fall, and again, I'm not getting too specific because I don't want to do that, but like, some of my illnesses had really started to develop, and I was not diagnosed or anything, and I didn't understand what was happening. And at one point, I don't know, things were really scaring me, and I had 2 conflicting mindsets, and I was scared that the negative, more intrusive one was going to win out. So I told my parents that they like needed to bring me to the hospital. So yeah, so that was during a weekend, and then like I took like Monday off, and that was the first time where I got a few diagnoses, and then that's what luckily led to my starting to see a psychiatrist and receiving more serious help. After that, like, it slowly started to get better, just because like things were happening to help me. And yeah, I mean, I struggled throughout high school. I mean, that's all I'm really gonna say. Okay, so I just took a brief snack break. And again, I just want to say, like, I'm underplaying my story. I want to really like give you a timeline. Oh, hi, Poopy. So I think so I graduated high school early, got out of there, and then college, like, I went into college at 17 years old, but like, and a lot of people do that, but I wasn't about to turn 18. Like, I turned 18 March of my freshman year. Like, that's like a whole semester and a half in. So, and looking back at it, I think graduating high school early was like the best thing I could have done for myself, but I think that I wasn't totally ready to go freshman year. Like, maybe I should have taken a gap year, but I don't really know how that would affect my status at like the college I was in, like if I could defer a year. But yeah, I was having a much better time in college than I was in high school socially. Like, some people still commented on particular things that people in high school commented, or like just generally school. Come on, Wes. What are you doing? But like freshman fall semester, I went to the hospital twice, not because I was drinking or because I was drunk. It was totally, they were both like during this like a weekday, because some of my physical conditions were still undiagnosed, and yeah, I really didn't know what was going on, thought I was dying. But since I was 17, the nurses had to literally FaceTime my mom as they were like testing and treating me, because I was under 18. I wasn't an adult. So I got through freshman fall. Freshman spring, in February, I started dating a guy, and it was a pretty abusive relationship, and that started triggering a downfall for me again, but it happened slowly at first, and then like I made it through freshman spring, and then summer, and then I got to school like 3 weeks before anyone else for my sophomore fall. This was like August 2017, because I was an RA, which I loved, by the way. Like, it wasn't that position that caused me stress or anything. I seriously loved being an RA. But what was the only downfall to it was that because I wanted to be a freshman RA really badly, I was in a freshman dorm, which meant I lived near none of my friends, which was kind of tough. But so I was still in the relationship, and once class started, things began to deteriorate pretty quickly. As most of you know, this is when I brought school Wes at the very end of September, and then I just stopped functioning completely, and that's when I came home. I came home on October 21st, I think, 2017, but I was put on leave on like October, I think 17th, but it was like the middle of the week, and like my parents weren't able to come get me until the Saturday, because like they're both teachers and they can't just randomly take off work like that. So yeah, I came home, and then I had a year, almost a full year of recovery, or like getting onto the path of recovery. And so like, and then that fall, spring 2018, or like spring semester, I took 2 part-time classes. I was working on training with Wesley. Wes came to the classes with me. Yeah, I did a lot of work on myself. That was like the most work I've ever done myself. And so this fall 2018, I actually just saw my, come here, puppy, sit. I actually just saw my psychologist today, and I've been with her for like, I want to say 4 or 5 years now, and let me count for a second. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think she's my 6th psychologist that I've tried, because with psychologists, like, you really have to find what method and like just who works best with you, and it took a while, but finally found her, and I really like her. So I saw her today, and she looked at me and she was like, "This is the most stable I think I've ever seen you," and I was like, yeah, I know I seem a little down right now, but I don't know why, but I'm incredibly tired, even though I like kind of woke up like an hour and a half ago, and it's like 2:30, so that's my life. This past semester has been hard, of course, and I know I'm gonna experience different struggles to come, but I want to emphasize that, like, just because you still have bad days, or just because you still have episodes and, like, these setbacks, that doesn't mean you're still in a low. Because, like, I'm gonna be living with most of these medical conditions, like, the rest of my life. Like, it's not about, me and my psychologist always say, like, well, she always says, and I try to repeat it to myself, it's not about being cured, it's about learning to manage your life with these illnesses. And that really struck me because, again, like I said, living in my town, it was all about acting like you're not sick. But now for me, it's about living my best life with these illnesses. And yeah, I know it was very vague, like, timeline of things, and I didn't really mention all, like, the different treatments I was in. I've done a bunch of different treatments, but I'm sure I'll maybe make different videos talking about treatments specifically, but I wanted to give you all a timeline, just like a basis, so you feel like you know me a little more, and yeah, so you, I don't know, yeah, but thanks for listening to this, like, random, chill chat. Yeah, comment down below with, please do this actually, please comment down below with any videos you'd like to see, either with Wes, like my service dog, or about me, my life, and like handling illnesses, anything like that. Just comment anything you'd like to see. Because I'm home this week, I'm hoping to do a lot of pre-filming so I can upload when I get back, like throughout like my finals weeks and everything, because that's gonna be stressful. But yeah, thanks for watching.